Hey, welcome to OhVer It Podcast. I'm Keisha.
I'm Ellie.
I'm Asia.
Welcome to our first episode of our OhVer It Podcast, where we basically giving you on the real on life, on what we go through. I'm an entrepreneur myself, and today we're going to be talking about careers, navigating careers why we stay content in careers that we don't want to be in, and just trying to basically get over it in the job sense.
And our lifestyles.
Yeah. Ladies, y'all want to discuss what y'all do?
I'm a teacher, third grade.
Woo! How long have you been doing that for now?
This is my second year.
And you taught third grade last year?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's good. You think you'd always stay with third grade?
Probably not.
Oh, why?
No.
No?
No.
You want to go?
At some point, you gotta move up.
Yeah.
Not middle school or high school though.
So
you don't go fifth?
I would probably go to fifth.
Oh, okay.
I feel like they're more mature. Yeah.
Some of them.
Some of them.
Yeah.
Some of them age backwards.
That's true.
That's true.
I can say that about myself though.
Different topic between that.
I can say that too, though. Okay. Yeah, no,
I mean,
sense.
I guess we all have those moments.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm aging backwards.
A little bit. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, hey, but you love it though, right?
For the most part. It has its challenges, but I mean, hey.
Everything
We're
is
here.
So for this school year, have the cons outweighed the pros?
Has the cons outweighed the pros?
Have you had more low moments than high?
Most definitely.
Oh.
I think it's because it's the workload. Honestly, I was in Reading Academy, and that's that was from June of last year to just now finishing. That's a lot.
Yeah.
So I think so. Yeah, definitely. Hopefully next year's better.
That's true.
What about you? Have you had more lows than highs?
Yeah, this year started off very challenging so far. Just going in between jobs and the job that I worked for the last 5 years, and then now I'm a stay-at-home mom. So it's just
Goals.
yeah. Is it? I mean, it's not bad. I enjoy time with my kids sometimes.
So you went through an unexpected change, but you adapted to it.
Yeah,
So
That's resilience, girl.
that's true.
I don't know, but
I
would
miss
you
my
go
job.
back?
Yeah, I miss my job.
You
Yeah, I worked there for 5 years. I watched those doctors grow and things like that. So I would go back. But I like being at home too, because then I can work on I have my own business and things like that. So I can work on those things, open a few more.
Right.
But I do have my boring days too, where I'm like, oh my God, there's nothing to do. What do I do today? So.
But I think just mentally, do you feel better?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I got fired over the phone.
Oh, no formal letter?
No, I got fired.
No,
over the phone.
You're fired.
Hey, how are you today? We no longer need your service. I was like, oh, okay, great. And it was definitely the next day I woke up and I was just like, ooh.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
don't got nowhere to go.
Yeah. Saving on gas.
Right. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, so it's been a change for sure. But it's been a month. So
It's been an official month.
mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
You've been doing it.
I know. Thank you.
With 3 kids.
With 3 kids, yeah. One's broken leg, not mobile. And then my other 2 are just chickens with their heads cut off.
Oh.
If you're a mom, you know. They don't have kids yet, so.
I don't.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get a kitten.
Not trying, girl. It's ready. Yeah. Your life changed too, though, because you work from home now.
Mm-hmm.
You don't go out in the streets anymore.
So that was a huge jump for me because, for the longest, I was out, go to work every single day. And I think what I love about working from home now is you don't really have to dress up. Business casual every single day. Sit in traffic every single day.
Yeah.
Do y'all know how much money I save from not going to Starbucks anymore?
Spending on
$100.
lunch, any of that.
Yes. DoorDash had me in a chokehold. Oh My God.
You know it's bad when you go to your bank statements like DoorDash,
DoorDash,
Starbucks.
And then
That's
it got
true.
to the point where you would sit in traffic after work, and I never really wanted to cook dinner. Like,
Yeah.
so you better grab some on the way home. Like,
Yeah.
it was bad. But I think what I need to change is I'm tired of talking to people in my job. Like, my job is heavily customer service, and I've always been heavily customer service. And even with the promotions that I've gotten at my job, I've literally had management tell me, "You're so great at talking to people and like having resolutions." I'm tired of that. Put me behind a desk. I wish I was an IT person or something.
You hate talking to them because like the feedback you get, or like
It's draining
Oh, yeah.
socially. I'm not that much of a social person, and I guess I be girl bossing too hard because my managers think I'm just amazing, and I don't want to be.
And that's one thing I liked about my job, like seeing people like on an everyday basis, like hundreds of different people coming to that pediatric office. But like now it's just my son, my kid, my daughters, my baby daddy. Like I want to see more people.
Freedom. I like the freedom. Like I don't know, I'm used to it. Like now when I have to go out, but like I don't know what it is about working for someone. But when I work for myself, I love going to my meetings. Like, I love going to see my clients. I love going to vendor meetings. I love doing venue walkthroughs. Like, I just love that part of it.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just the fact that I don't really love my job, like my day-to-day job, but I love the business that I own. Like, and that's what I'm stuck at because me personally, I've always had that fear of quitting my 9 to 5 and jumping full on into my entrepreneurship. Like, I think
Fear is a serious thing.
It is.
Because basically fear is just you're scared of something that hasn't happened yet.
Right.
Yeah.
And it sucks because our parents put that into us. Like, if you don't have a job, you ain't gonna eat. Like, you need a job. You need somebody sending you a paycheck every 2 weeks.
Right.
Like,
My
when
mom
I
wasn't
wanted to
like
start my...
Well, you
my mom wasn't like that, but okay.
But for like me,
I don't even think it's your
wanted to-
parents. I think it's society.
But even when I started my business, my mom wasn't fully supportive of it. So, okay, well, what else are you going to do? I was like, well, go do this and stuff. So it's just hard, like, because bills come religiously.
Yeah, they ain't gonna stop.
And since my business focuses on getting clients and their budget, I'm a wedding planner. So like wedding budgets. So I'll have a client start off saying, "Oh, we're gonna have a $50,000 wedding." By the time they start actually seeing how much stuff costs, they're like, "Oh, we want a $10,000 wedding." What?
Now that's the cupcakes.
I don't understand. Like that's a venue. That's the caterer. 10,000. Heck, that's half my fee. Like what? No. Mm-mm.
Makes sense.
How do we get through the fear of change? I don't know how to get through the fear of change. That's something I'm working on getting over.
Me too. The fear holds me back from a lot of success. Like, and I like not to be like prideful, but I know I can be successful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But just that fear, I don't know if it's fear of, and it's so funny because me and DJ were just talking about this. I don't know if it's the fear of success, the fear of failure, the fear of what will happen, what won't. It's just that fear. Like
all of it.
Yeah. My first business, like, I'll never forget the girl was like, just wake up and do it. And I think you came over one day and I was like, you helped me get my LLC. And I was just like, well, you're here now. Let's just do it. If I don't do it, I'm never going to do it. And like,
yeah, you did it.
Yeah. And that job has been profitable. Like, yeah. So like, I don't know. But for my next business venture, I'm just so scared to do it. I don't know why.
I think my thing is like, I don't know if it's the fear of failure, but maybe it is the fear of success, because what success looks like for me, I may hit that and then I'm going to be like, okay, well, what's next? You know, like there's levels to success.
Yeah.
And I mean, everything happens in God's timing and God's way. So what success may look like for me may not be the same vision that God has for me. And I think that's the fear part of it because I don't know what God has for me. Nobody does.
Right.
So when I hit it, I'm gonna sit there one day and be like, oh my God, that's what I prayed for. It just happened in a whole different way, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm be like,
nobody has like the eye of what success is, but everybody knows the goals that they're working towards.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And like, if I get there, am I gonna get bored? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, like what's next? Like the Drake song.
yeah, it's just.
But so like for Asia, what would it be for you? Because I mean, Keisha's breaking into entrepreneurship. I'm in entrepreneurship and I have like a 9-to-5. But you, what do you want? Career wise,
Because for some people, a teacher's a career. Like, do you see yourself?
Oh
doing
no!
it
I was just telling somebody today. I was like, no more than like 5. And it's like so crazy. I say that because but I'm about to enter in year 3 and I'm already saying like no more than 5 because I feel like
5 total or 5 more to go?
5 total.
Mm-hmm. Do you know how insane that is very common now for teachers to literally go get a 4-year degree and say they only want to teach for 5 years?
Yeah. Because I just feel like I should
but that's
cater to a
sad.
But no, not necessarily. I just feel like I know the potential I have to move through education. Mm-hmm. And so I know I deserve or I can serve a broader audience than just children.
So you still want to be in education, you just don't want to be in the classroom.
Correct.
Okay.
So what do you want to do exactly?
That's exactly like what I'm trying to figure out now. Like around my building, I'm asking people like, well, what did you do? How did you do it? And a lot of the time, people just like it came with experience. They didn't have to get a master's degree. Honestly, in my opinion, getting a master's degree in education is just from the back end of like pay wise, it doesn't really do anything. Mm-hmm. As far as where I'm at. In other areas, I can't say for other areas, but just for my area, it doesn't really do anything money wise. Just like, oh, okay, you're an expert in this field.
Right.
So I think just for me, just trying to find out what I want to do next. So it might put me over that 5, but I mean, that's okay. But as far as career wise, I think, the fear of failure. I don't like failing. I understand failure occurs, but I just don't like, it's just like, hey, like, I wasn't successful, you know? Because, you know, like, getting my teacher cert was hard enough. So, it was just a lot. Like, there has been times that they've seen me cry and stuff like that. It was just a lot. So, it's just, I don't know, like, possibly starting a business or anything like that. It's just a lot. And so, that's why I was like, you know, I think being a stay-at-home mom would be 10 out of 10 because you get to work on those things. What? You get to work on those things. Yeah. You're saying like you can sit there and have a whiteboard and have everything that you want to work on. You don't really have any, obstacles or challenges besides like, taking care of your kids, all that, like, mom stuff. But as far as careers and goal wise, like you can lay that out in front of you and be like, okay, this is what I want to work on.
Yeah.
Whereas
mom
like
stuff takes a lot of time too though. Like
it does. But I just feel like you have like y'all staying at home, y'all have that free range. Like, but also at the same time, like I realize you just gotta want it. And no matter how early or late you stay or early you get up, you kind of just have to really just want it. And also, like, pray, too. Because I was telling Elise, like, what I wanted to go after in particular, like, God has been, like, placing it in my dreams, placing it in my mind. So it's kind of just, like... It's
real specific.
Yeah, it's very, very specific. Like, I've talked to her about it, and I'm just scared because I don't know, like... information about a business and all this other stuff. Like, so I think just
if he's giving it to you, girl, you should take it. He won't leave you there by yourself.
I thought if anything, I would just make a prototype of what I want and then just I'll be okay with that. Just don't sell it.
So since you brought it up, because you said stay at home mom.
Yeah.
How for me, like, how would that work for like when it comes to having a man and your career? Would you be willing to stop your career or put your career on hold just for the sake of your kids?
My career on hold as far as like education?
For your career. You said you want to be a stay-at-home mom. Stay-at-home mom, you ain't working.
Yeah, that's
outside
true.
The house.
But yeah. What's wrong with that?
So you don't want to work?
No. If I could build my business at home and move that mouse.
So you want want to build a business at home.
We can do that at
home. But you don't want, okay. So you want to be a mom that works from home. Because you got that stay-at-home mom.
Okay.
A stay-at-home mom and a working from home mom are two different things.
Yeah, but like I wouldn't.
Because Keisha's a working from home mom.
Okay, working home mom.
Because you said stay-at-home mom, baby. You don't want to work.
No, I need to work.
You don't want to go.
Because if he out there now, baby, I need to work.
Yeah. And then staying at home is, when I woke up 2 days ago, I went to the library. Have y'all been to the library?
Yeah, the library?
Oh. I haven't been to the library here,
I haven't been to the library in years. And the other day I was just so bored. I was like, let me go get 2 books.
Yes,
yeah, like,
I wish.
But I'm not used to those things. I was getting up, going to work 8 to 5, come back home, make dinner. By time.
But so does time go fast when you don't have nothing to do?
No.
Girl, because when I have a day off, I look up and it's 4 o'clock. Like, Jesus.
No, it's at a snail's pace. Like, especially if I don't have my day written out. No. Sometimes I sleep in the bed and I wake up and I was like, man, it's only 10 o'clock. Like, I was hoping it's 12:30.
So do you want to get busy again?
Eventually, yeah. Like, once Jamie goes through all his therapy and things like that, yeah, I want to get busy again. Like, I'm content with what I have now. Like, the 2 things that I have going keeps me pretty busy. Like, and then his appointments and stuff like that. But I know when I add on this next business, I'm going to be busy. Yeah. But I still have to make dinner every day. I still have to do laundry. I still gotta do all those things. Make sure my house is tidy, appointments and things like that. So
it's just crazy because women nowadays, they focus so much on their career and they just put off getting a man so much later.
Right.
It's sad
true.
Because
that's how I was telling her. I was at the gym and I was like, baby, do I really need
I really need what?
A man or kids.
Yes.
And then because I'm focused on so many other things, I don't have the time.
I am not the one to ever say I don't need a man because your tongue is powerful. You gonna keep saying that. Next thing you know,
but you're not saying you don't want one. You're just saying right now you don't need one.
But you do need a man. You don't want to die alone. You don't want to just die.
There's some people like that.
But you want to experience that companionship.
But who says she has it?
But regardless,
you want to experience that companionship.
And wake it up.
It may not be right now, but you do want that.
Yeah.
And you never know what a man may be able to offer you. He may be able to help balance you out. You may be juggling. He may be like, all right, give me this one. I'll help you.
Or he might be stressful.
They're not all bad.
No, I'm not saying they're all bad, but some of them are.
And sometimes you may need that extra support system.
Yeah, sure.
That's true. I can say since my mom passed and my daughter's dad's been there, it's definitely been I'm appreciative. It's not all great, but I'm appreciative, because juggling some of that stuff every day by myself would have been hard, but yeah, so I get what you're saying, but at the same time, road, Jack.
Yeah, oh God.
But yeah, I enjoy it. I'm grateful for that.
So I guess, questions to you ladies, or me too. How are we getting, I guess, over it? Over our fear of a change in career, or really it sounds like, how do we get over the fear of success in our careers? Because it sounds like that's what we all are kind of scared of when it comes to our careers.
The pastor preached on that today. And it's really just doing it. Just getting up and doing it. So I told myself, I made a promise this morning that after I watched the service, I was like, Monday morning, I wrote down my list. I have things that I need to do as my next step, and I'm just going to do it. Whatever happens after that, it's either I'm going to be like, ooh, thank you, Lord. Or I'm going to be like, oh my God. You know what I mean? So, I'm just going to do it. I'm holding myself back. From what I could have or where I could be at. Right. So I can't do that anymore.
Right. So, Asian?
I guess for me, I don't know. I don't think I'm in the getting over it stage. I feel like I'm still in the wilderness of it all. So it's just like God is just like, well, you need to get down and pray at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think
You're
that's
still living life.
Right. So I think that's just what it is, and just really like focusing, like just really just like, okay, this is what you want to do. This is what you need to do in order to tackle. Like just like you said, like writing everything out, because just waking up every day, that's not it. That's not focusing on anything.
Yeah.
So I think that's just what it is for me, just implementing a plan, just doing that first, you know, and then eventually, like over time, as I continue to knock down these goals, and eventually, you know, just really finding, I guess for me, scriptures that talk about fear and writing them out and really dissecting, you know, God's word as far when it comes to fear. So, yeah.
I think for me, my biggest thing, because I know my next business venture, and I know the exact start date, is really just going to be listening to God. Because I talk to him all the time, but sometimes when he says something, I don't want to listen because I don't like what he said.
Hello.
Okay. But I'm gonna listen. And me writing it out doesn't do anything more. It actually overwhelms me to write it out. So I'm like, it's staring at me at the paper. So I think what really, I just need to breathe and take one step at a time, and know I need to pace myself.
Yeah.
Because I think that's an issue I've always had, is just like running 1,000 miles an hour and trying to spin multiple places at once. So also just basically taking my time and knowing what I need to do to also keep my mental health in check at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can go crazy. I have been crazy. Yeah.
You said you crazy?
I have been crazy. I've gone crazy.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Yeah. What? But, and also, me personally, I have to get the 9 to 5 concept out of my head. I'm going to be working 9 to 5 on my business. I don't want to keep making other corporations money. I'm tired of it.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I must say, I know a song called 9 to 5. Oh, make sure I string 9 to 5.
Play games in your sleep.
You see how we run that?
Oh, man.
All right, but thanks y'all for tuning in to our first episode of OhVer It Podcast. We are so grateful that you guys have tuned in today. Please like and follow, subscribe, leave a comment, let us know what else you want us to talk about, leave any feedback for us, and also follow us on Instagram too. Y'all have a wonderful day.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.